creator of RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy, an amazing therapy that is actually taking the world by storm. And I work with so many clients who are addicted to painkillers. I'm sure you know there is a painkiller epidemic, there's a painkiller crisis going on where we've all become dependent on painkillers for things that don't necessarily need painkillers. Now, I get it that if you're ill and unwell, you need medication. If you're taking drugs because you have diabetes, then you need that medication. But I also understand that this painkiller epidemic has happened because we've allowed ourselves to be so dependent on medication. I feel a little something, I need pills. I don't feel great, I need medication. We take sleeping pills when actually hypnosis is the best way to get to sleep. We take pills for indigestion when if you just changed our diet, chewed our food better, slowed down a bit, we wouldn't need that. We take pills to go to the bathroom, when in fact if you get a body brush and brush your intestines in an anti-circular motion, you never need to take laxatives ever again. And so the painkiller epidemic is because we no longer participate in our recovery. Clients come to me and go, hey, could you make me lose weight? Could you make me stop drinking? I'm like, well, I can show you how, but you have to participate in your recovery. You have to join me. If you want to stop drinking, you can't really go to a bar every night, and you're going to have to make some changes. Many people say, I'd do anything to lose weight. You're my last hope. To go, okay, this is what we're going to do. They go, oh, I don't want to do that. You mean I can't eat cakes and chocolate? So I thought you said you do anything to lose weight. Well, anything except for that. And I've had many women come to me and go, you know, I can't get pregnant. And sometimes I tell them the truth and go, look, you are so super thin. You don't eat enough. You want a baby. You want to grow a person. You want to create a baby and grow a person, and you live on Diet Coke and diet snack bars. And why would a baby live in you when you don't eat enough for you, let alone the baby? They go, well, I'll do anything to get pregnant except for that. I go, no. You want to get pregnant, you need to eat more fat. And sometimes they don't want to do it, but they want a baby enough that they do it. And often it's just a case of negotiating. What do you want? You want to be healthy, you want to live a long life, you want to look great, you have to be response-able. That means able to respond. So it's very easy to get addicted to pain medication. I know so many clients who say that. But there are also many studies that say that when the soldiers came back from Vietnam, they were all addicted to drugs, and yet when a woman of 50 goes into hospital for surgery and she's given morphine, she doesn't come out of the hospital addicted to drugs. So it's not the drugs that make you addicted, it's your circumstances. If you're unhappy, if you're lonely, if you're frustrated, if you're unfulfilled, you are far more likely to need medication because it's a kind of an escape. That isn't to blame anyone. I had a mother who took so many pills. My mum had a pill for everything. If you were going on a journey, she'd get out travel sickness pills. If you had lunch, she put antacids on the table. She took sleeping pills, and she taught her body to stop listening to itself, and she would take pills for everything. And of course, the more pills you take, the more pills you need to take. You know why? There is no such thing as side effects. There are just effects, and every pill you are taking may have on a knock-on effect. So if you're taking pills because you have headaches, which are very common, we have these tension headaches, probably because you're tense, and sometimes learning to breathe deeply. Do yoga if you can, do stretching if you can, or just hydrate yourself will stop headaches. Personally, I used to get headaches, and I found that rubbing lavender oil or peppermint oil along my forehead here had the same effect as taking pills. I found this amazing product called Forehead, for and a head, and that was better than any medication. The great thing is it had no side effects. If you're taking pills for period pain, menstrual pain, toothache, headache, nausea, sickness, travel sickness, be aware that there is an option. There are so many other things that you can take. For instance, hay fever. I have clients who, when spring comes around, take so many medications for hay fever. And because they take so many medications, their immune system is weaker, and then guess what they get? Of course, more hay fever. Sounds silly. If you get hay fever and you put a tiny bit of Vaseline inside your nose here and here, you will trap the pollen that causes hay fever. I read somewhere, and I know it's true, that if you wash your hands, you minimize the chance of getting a cold by 50%. And when I'm out and about and on a train or a plane, or if I'm going to a hospital to visit someone, I have to remind myself, don't touch your eyes, don't touch your mouth, because we pick up germs and we touch our eyes, and that's how it goes. And amazingly, washing your hands will help you not need painkillers. Of course, there's the other example of that, becoming fanatical about cleanliness, and you don't need to do that. Your body's designed to cope with germs. It's designed to cope with bacteria. So if you are taking painkillers, have a look at why you're taking them. Read the side effects. I have so many clients going, I was taking antidepressants and I was still depressed. I was just kind of numbed out. One of my clients said to me, I went to my doctor and said, I can't have sex with my husband, I'm so depressed. And he gave me medication, and I still can't have sex with my husband. But you know what? I don't even care, because I don't feel anything. Now that's not advisable. You're supposed to feel. So if you're taking medication for depression, for anxiety, have a look at some of the options. It's normal to get anxious sometimes, but you know what the body can't do? It can't tell the difference between excitement and anxious. You go, oh my God, I'm so nervous, my stomach is in somersaults and my heart's in my mouth and I'm really nervous and I'm shaking with nerves and I need something to calm me down. I need to tranquilize myself, to medicate myself. Or you can go, hey, I'm feeling excited, my stomach is doing somersaults. I'm excited, because the mind can't tell the difference. One of the most effective ways to stop being dependent on painkillers is to stop saying, I need medication, I need this, and to recognize that your body can do a great job of healing itself. It doesn't mean that you should never take medication. Take it less. If you have a headache, drink a lot of fluid. Rub the peppermint oil on your head. Wait an hour and say, well, how do I feel? I just ate something. Do I really need to take antacids? No. Take digestive enzymes. If you have terrible period pain, of course I'm assuming you're a girl, massage your stomach, do other things, go for a walk, take a nap. So many of our pains can be fixed by sleeping. Of course I get it, I'm at work, I'm under pressure, I can't take a nap, I understand that. Sometimes just movement is enough to stop you needing medication. Now, I had a situation many years ago, and I had an allergy to horses, and my daughter at the time used to ride, and so someone gave me this stuff. I had to inject my leg, and it was stopping the allergy. And I noticed something really interesting. If I was in a rush and I stuck that needle in my leg, it would hurt and I would get a bruise. But if I sang to myself and was really happy, I would stick that needle in. I didn't even feel it, and there was no bruise. And I learned then that happiness affects your immune system. There are many studies, you may have heard of them, where people who were very unhappy were given a tiny dose of poison, not enough to make them ill, but enough to make them react. And the people who were unhappy reacted very badly to those minute doses of poison. And then they found people who were madly in love, newly in love, and they gave them a higher dose of that poison. It didn't even affect them. What they discovered is people would go, hey, I just rang to hear your voice. Oh my God, you're the best thing ever. I'm looking at your pictures. I ring your answering machine just to hear your voice because you're amazing. You're great. I love you. People who are in love have a stronger immune system because our cells listen to every word we speak. They take in every thought we think. It's not a coincidence that unhappy people are more sick than happy people. So be happy, laugh a lot. Laughing is so good for your body. Find something that makes you laugh, a silly thing on YouTube, a silly thing on Instagram. Laugh more, sleep better, eat better, be nice to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't say, this is going to kill me, this paperwork is killing me, this client is killing me, this customer makes me want to die. Think about what you're telling your mind and tell it instead, my body can cope really well without meds. I don't need meds. My body knows how to fix me. In nature, a wound will heal. If you cut your finger, it will heal all on its own. If you keep pulling it open, eventually you'll get set to seeing it. Trust the healing power of your body. Tune into it. Keep pills for an occasion when you really need them, then they'll work better. And don't take them for everyday silly things. You don't need them. And any pill you are taking will have effects, not side effects, but effects. Take less. Take them only when you really need them, and I promise you, you'll do way better without them, unless of course you are in real pain or are really ill. But even with diabetes too, you probably know that they are now able to fix that with diet alone, that many people who lose a lot of weight say, well, I don't have to take medication anymore. One of my clients had a nasal drip and took medication his entire life. He came off dairy, the nasal drip stopped all on its own. Many people who don't sleep can train themselves to sleep. We have sleep audios that are way more effective than pills. So don't get sucked into the epidemic. You don't need it. If you like this, please share, please like, please comment, please subscribe. If you know anyone who would love to be free of the painkiller epidemic, send them this, like it, share it with them, subscribe, and something else. Let me know what content I can give to you. I'm so lucky. I do what I love. I love what I do. Another reason I rarely get sick is because I'm happy. I wake up in the morning and go, I love my life, and I'm sending a message to my body, I love my life. If I love my life, I don't need to get sick to get out going to a job I don't like or being with people I don't like, because I love my life. If it wasn't true, I'd still say it. Your thoughts are you, and your cells tune in. Start every day loving yourself. Let me know I can help you more. Share, subscribe, sign up. See you soon. You don't need all those pills. Thank you for tuning in. Lots of love. Bye.